up to this Trinidad versus Stevens on Showtime and Spotting Live. Followed 9 by Jimmy Foster and Howard Trap. And 11 Showtime Comedy Club All-Star 7. Tomorrow, see Arn Sports and your Terminator Day. At 10 to 15, more than eats the at 2:40 Showtime Comedy Split. John moves up over easy. See it on Showtime.
So the tropical hills of Puerto Rico, village pale, so small, so sleepy. It seems hidden away from a fast-paced world. Here, there exists an environment so relaxed. It is as if time has stood still. Yet this is the whole boxing fastest rising superstar. IBF welterweight champion Felix Trinidad. From the first Lauderdale Convention Center, Felix Trinidad defends 147-pound title against Anthony Stevens. Now, the card takes on Pedro Sanchez in a battle between two undefeated welterweights. It's live on Showtime Championship Boxing. We welcome you to the Greater Florida Round County Convention Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where tonight's Showtime showcases one of the most compelling divisions in boxing today, the welterweights. In the main event, you'll see the IBF Welterweight Championship. 20-year-old sensation Felix Trinidad touted as a superstar in the main defensive title against Anthony Stevens. Also tonight, a fight field has the tools to be world champion someday. Undefeated 21-year-old Carr, who gets in the ring against another undefeated fighter, highly rated Pedro Sanchez, in a fight that has the ingredients to be a war. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve Albert, and welcome to another edition of Showtime Championship Boxing. Our spotlight falls on the effervescent welterweight division, a division that is exploding with talented and exciting fighters, stocked with rising stars. That question includes tonight's headliner. Welterweight champion Felix Trinidad. Trinidad isn't enough. The welterweight division also boasts the like of WBC title holder C.D. Wicker, comes up the controversial draw with legendary Julio Cesar Chavez. Men feel that winner was unfairly denied to win the battlefield the title of sound for pound fighter in the world. Meanwhile, the WBA belt is owned by another outstanding 157-pound Sanchez Sponge, who earlier this month on Showtime stopped her dominant shake. The division goes to tonight. Cavalcade of young welterweight stars showcases for the best. Now, on the way, the three controversial draws the championship fights late. Those Nelson Lay, Ben Eubank, of course, Wicked Chavez. The IBF will experiment with a tie-breaking 13th round of fight is sort of draw following the 12th round. The Trinidad Stevens will fight will the first time a tie-breaking has been used in a world championship fight. Under this system, the 13th round cannot be scored by the judges, and a winner must be determined. Also, both fights tonight, through the cooperation of the IBF and the Florida State Athletic Commission, we will be fighting you the official round scoring following round. It's intriguing ceremony tonight, plus intriguing co-feature between Carr and Pedro Sanchez. A match of two men who have much disdain for each other. Carr eager to prove he's one of the best welterweights in the world, and Sanchez so obsessed with Carr, he's willing to set matters in the street after tonight's bout. Following really amateur career. Carr started out like a bullet in the pros about 4 years ago. At the age of 17, he was a rising star. Very actively on, he scored 10 knockouts in his first 12 fight, beating some veterans along the way to gain experience early. But after impressing the boxing world, the hard-fought victory over Lingzo Bramble, he leveled off, getting away from the boxing fundamentals and losing focus. Some feel he became impatient and frustrated, preoccupied perhaps with a title shot. Now, after the world in card, he's had only 5 fights over the last 2 years. On that note, let me bring part of the fight doctor, Freddie Cello, and Freddie regarding Carr's career, the blazing fans started high expectations. Has he disappointed, or is he just going through the going days?
I believe those things true. After I stuck with man short, you know, I was scoring guys from the front gymnasium is in Mexico, a fighter all the way to the championship. But I got halfway through that and left him. At that point, there was guidance. There was no determination of which way to go. And found himself under now I found a new dedication. He has folks. He's on his way. He's a good, solid contender for the championship. He needs that focus. He needs the direction. And he'll provide. Now he's invited by the management.
All right, without pleasure to my other side, 2-time world champion Bob Sanchez and Carr's opponent tonight, Pedro Sanchez, undefeated at 25-0-2. Is as good as his statistic case.
His stats are good, but they're junior welterweight, not full-blown welterweight. It's only what they're doing time. Now he's moving up. It's one of the very talented one. He's a very quick southpaw and foot to do people like him to. Whitaker is a great fighter. Certainly, I don't see the greatness that a Whitaker has. But a win tonight will certainly validate him as a true talent.
Can't very night put Sanchez in the title picture.
Well, I think all boxers is watching this fight because not only hate each other, they're both very talented, both undefeated in 27 fights. I think the winner has to get the title shot within a year's time.
All right, Bobby, it is prediction time. Let's begin right here on my with the fight. 30 see Carr versus Sanchez.
I think as Carr stands, this is really the opening of the door to what he's been dreaming about. And because he has great talent and training that he got from the to begin with, I see him heading, if not knocking out his opponent because of the fact that he's just a superior fighter.
But prediction for Sanchez, Carr Sanchez.
Well, as I've seen Carl years, I was very impressed with him. I thought he got a job by Bramble. Showed me a lot in maintaining himself and coming back to that fight. He had a better ability, but they're undefeated in 27 fights. He could very well be a true pick-em, but I think over his natural ability, give him the edge, and I leave him win this fight late.
All right, Bobby Birdie, I take our first look at 20-year-old Pedro Sanchez from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, but he's made New York his home base for most of his career. Come on, a knockout of Fernando Rodriguez, June 18th, San Diego. The uncut future dad, Reed Blocker. Sanchez, like Carr, is undefeated. And also, like night point, Sanchez feels he is getting closer to riding the dream of fighting for world. There is Southpaw Pedro Sanchez, although his own for his speed knocked out with a half his points and 10-14 and moving up to the junior welterweight level in 1991 tonight. He fights as a welterweight for the third time. undefeated 21-year-old Carr, the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. Carr 27-0 with 17 KOs. He has pretty much dominant opposition and is extremely hungry for a shot at a world title. Might be dangerous as he climbs the championship ladder. Carr, who was handled by Emmanuel Stewart during his tremendous amateur career, said the standpoint of pure natural ability and talent, Carr had no equal. He's the most exciting fighter he ever had as an amateur. He was kind of would make entire just up and look when he rugged out. That's how good. But it still remains to be seen how he can totally fulfill his promise of greatness. Let's see how they take up on tape. The tail of Carr, underage, he won 5 years younger than Sanchez. Carr has an inch and a half advantage, and Carr scales at 146, Sanchez 145. Carr with nearly 4-inch advantage. And the rules according to the Florida stat, a fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round. So here at the Convention Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, ready for a battle of undefeated and highly ranked welterweights, Carr and Pedro Sanchez, scheduled for 10. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to the Broward Convention Center in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as Don King Productions presents a big night of action, the commotion at the ocean. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we bring to you the first of our featured events of the evening as we present two undefeated welterweights in the ring. This is a special attraction scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Presenting to you the judges as appointed by the Florida State Athletic Commission, Rick Bays, Mark Kahn, and Al Walensky. The referee in charge to give instructions after the introductions, Bill Connors. All right, fans, here we go. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing white trunks with red lettering and hailing from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. He weighed in at an even 145 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with 25 wins, no losses, 2 draws, 1 no contest, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the number 5 contender in the world by the IBF as a junior welterweight. Please welcome the undefeated Pedro Chinito Sanchez. And his opponent across the ring. On my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 10-round welterweight main event. He enters the ring wearing black and white trunks, fighting out of and representing the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. His weight, 146 pounds. His record is unblemished with 27 wins, no losses, 17 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the number 13 welterweight in the world by the WBC. Please welcome the crafty and undefeated Oba, the Motor City Carr. Once again, your referee in charge now to give instructions, Bill Connors.
All
All right, you both got your instructions in the dressing room. We're just going to go over a few things now. When I call for a break, I want you to step back and break cleanly. No hitting on the break. Remember, we're not wrestling. We're not scuffling in here. It's a boxing match. And now obey my commands at all times in here. Touch gloves, and good luck to both of you. Touch gloves. Touch.
Interesting start. As we mentioned before, there is much bad blood between this man, Carr, and Pedro Sanchez. While Carr told us he feels that Sanchez has been ducking him and trying to pull out, Sanchez told us this fight has been postponed 3 times by Carr. Here we go, round 1 scheduled for 10. Carr, slick, tough, fundamentally sound when he has his head together. Great hand and foot speed. They want him to get back to throwing more combinations rather than loading up. Sanchez, a southpaw, very quick, known for his speed, but he has KO'd more than half of his opposition. Fighting tonight as a welterweight for the 3rd time. 2-0 as a welterweight thus far. So we'll see what happens here. We learned of a bizarre incident that took place yesterday morning, as Carr described it to us. Sanchez was walking back from a park when he inexplicably jumped on one of his trainers. As Sanchez explained it to us, he had just gotten through with some running. Carr's people were walking along, began to taunt him with some very condescending and suggestive remarks, and he was provoked into going after one of Carr's trainers. I think, needless to say, there is ill will between the two.
Well, the chess match started early. They were feeling each other out a little bit, but I think they're going to get into it just as soon as they possibly can. Both fighters, it's obvious, hate each other, but they also still respect each other.
And they're also still boxers. I mean, this is not a fight. There's not out in the alley like they would like to be. They're both good craftsmen, and up to now they're just feeling each other out. You could just sense impending storm building up here because they're both throwing sharp hard punches.
Sanchez being ruled a knockdown.
I don't think that's a fair call. That's a slip, and he pulled him behind his head. That's not a knockdown, but it's going to count in the scoring against him heavily.
Referee Bill Connors out of Hialeah, Florida, calls it a knockdown.
And we will see the scores as they're being kept. Let's see if this is going to be a 10-8 round. If Carr wins a round, then it would be a 10-8.
Yes, in a boxing experiment, we will be able to inform you, the viewers at home, of the round-by-round scoring tonight, but the fans here in the arena will not be informed of the round-by-round scoring. Only here at ringside. We'll pass it on to you at home.
And that leaves open a big question mark. Will the corners know? And Bobby, if there are any kind of corners at all, they're going to know who's ahead. They're going to have somebody with a cellular phone telling them.
Well, you well know you did this some years ago with NBC, and there's many fighters that I've seen have somebody run back into a dressing room, pick up a monitor and a headset and put it on and say, listen, you're ahead, listen, you're behind, this is what you have to do, this is exactly what the score is. Certainly, I would want to know, but the average fighter, as you well know, doesn't want to know the score.
Yeah, that's the oddity. Everyone we question says, I don't want to know. It makes me nervous. One guy said, I feel like I'd have a nervous breakdown if I knew who was ahead.
Yeah, it was Felix Trinidad who said that to us. Yeah, boxing, the only sport in which no one but the officials running it has any idea what the score is until the contest is over. This is not the first time, as Bobby pointed out, this experiment has been tried. There are still bugs to be worked out. We'll see how it goes here tonight. Final seconds, round 1.
All right, breaking there, breaking.
And Carr has hit him hard enough to detassel him. One of his tassels, one of Pedro Sanchez's tassels, right in the middle of the ring there, and picked up by Connors.
Dame 2 veces. En vez de una sola vez, dame 2 veces. Vete para el otro lado. Te me está yendo para el lado que no es. Tírame la derecha, combínamela para atrás. Pero sobre todo, dame más chile. Tiene que ser más ya.
The guy talking is Johnny De La Rosa, a favorite of this crowd. And what he's telling them is, watch, go the other way. You're going right into Carr. Go the other way. Now, that was the knockdown. I don't think that was enough of a knockdown to call it a knockdown. It was a slip down more than anything.
No,
Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, if you watch it real close, he's jabbing. He kind of grabs him behind the head, and he helps kind of push him. He's off balance a little bit. It's not a clean knockdown. I think a point being judged extra for Carr here is somewhat of an injustice.
And now, Bobby, in New Jersey, you would have the right to make that a 10-9 round if you didn't think that was a knockdown. But here, we'll see whether they just automatically made it a 10-8 because that's what they're supposed to make.
The scorecard will be handed to us momentarily. We'll pass it on to you. Round 2 scheduled for 10, a battle of undefeated welterweights, Carr and Pedro Sanchez. Sanchez says he's been harassed, embarrassed, and distressed by Carr and his people to such a degree that he wants to settle this thing after the fight on the street. Sanchez injured his back while training for this fight, but he told us nothing will stand in his way. He's never trained harder, calling this the fight of his life. He's even dedicated to the president of the Dominican Republic, Joaquin Rodriguez.
Nice shot by Carr and counterpunching. Counterpunching, Carr's getting the best of it. As I think Pedro Sanchez is a little bit too over-eager, trying to follow the directions of Johnny De La Rosa in the corner, but he's not moving. He's standing right in front of him. De La Rosa told him, move over, don't stand right in front of you.
Sanchez, known for speed right now, is being outspeeded.
Yeah. And also, the public, watch their feet. When you watch left-handers fight, they're always tangling up their feet because both come together, and of course that's the point.
The official scoring, Bertie, after 1 round, 2 of the judges had it 10-8 in favor of Carr, and 1 had it 10-9 in favor of Carr. Mark Kahn had it 10-9 Carr. Rick Bays, Al Walensky had it 10-8 Carr.
Nice uppercut by Carr. What he's doing is he's catching Sanchez on their way in. Sanchez is coming in, but he's not throwing those quick combinations that he's supposed to have in his arsenal. Getting caught. He's getting countered with right hands left and right, over the top and underneath.
Now, that was the thing of beauty. Carr just threw a little left and then crossed with his right real hard as Sanchez came in. Sanchez being outslicked and outspeeded, outsped everywhere you turn.
Carr's idol, the late, great Sugar Ray Robinson. He says the most important thing he got from Robinson, the ability to throw the jab all night.
Everybody.
He told us the public hasn't seen the real Carr yet, saying, I'm going to prove I'm one of the best welterweights in the world.
For a fighter that doesn't have a reputation for being a puncher, Sanchez is going to the body an awful laterally, trying to work Carr's body, and on the way in, he is catching a tremendous amount of punishment right in his face.
The punches by Carr are very sharp and swift, as you can see if you just focus on the way he throws the little hooks and straight right hands as he comes in. Sharp with a lot of good aiming qualities and accuracy. He's landing right where he wants him to land.
Thus far, Carr quicker and slicker. He trained 15 rounds for this 10-rounder. He said, I trained 8 weeks for a southpaw. I'll pick him apart.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now I'm very impressed with his ability to not only counter sharply and be accurate, but he's wasting no energy. And in a 10-round fight, you know that's important.
Crisp combination there by Carr just a second ago.
The main thing is he's letting Pedro Sanchez make mistakes, and then he makes him pay for it. There it is. That's just what I'm talking about.
Heading for the bell.
Deep breath. Look. Don't get emotional. Now keep it cool. I understand you staring him down, but take it easy, okay? You boxing beautiful. And look. Start to shoot more right hands at this guy, okay? Start shooting more right hands and put the left hooks behind your right hands, all right? Don't cut off on your jab, Oba. Okay? Don't cut off. Okay, don't cut off on the jab, baby. Okay? And when he back up to the rope like he's doing, step to him, okay? Because he's trying to...
All right, let's take a look at this sharp, crisp. Look at that right hand. Right where he wants to throw it. Sharp, crisp, determined punch. Let's take another look.
One of the things they say you have to do with a southpaw is get that right hand down the middle. And here, right, he's countering over the top, down the middle, and he's also coming up underneath in the middle with that right hand, and it's working.
Well, I mean, so far, off of what I've seen, it's the old Carr. It's the guy that was stunning people in the gym because he is looking awfully good here.
And it's round 3 scheduled for 10. Carr gaining a lot of experience early in his career against people like Livingstone Bramble. Against Bramble, his first big fight in '91, he learned that when you step out, do it left or right, not straight back, and to use the jab when an opponent comes straight at you. Showed great resiliency in that fight against Bramble. He was knocked down twice in the first, knocked down for the first time, incidentally, but he responded by nearly knocking Bramble down. He'd been down only once in his career. Carr got the decision. But he has leveled off. Perhaps overexposure, reading his own press clippings, preoccupied with a title shot, became very frustrated. He's trying to get back into using more boxing technique.
There was also some controversy with his dad working with him and Emanuel Stewart and people coming in between people, and it just worked out such that he had to just separate everything and he made a move, and he fights better, he feels better, and he says he's going to be the Obakar that everybody thought he'd be.
He said, I loved Emmanuel like a second father, but Stewart didn't want Oba's father involved that closely. Carr's dad, a former boxer in the Marines, got Oba started early in life, and they became very tight. And Emmanuel Stewart did not want Dad around as much as Oba did.
Look at the taunting by Sanchez. That's a 15-yard penalty in football these days.
Unnecessary taunting.
Yeah, like hit me, like you haven't hit me enough already. Nice little body shot, a little bit south of the border by Sanchez. Good shot by Sanchez.
Sanchez made a nice counter right hook over Obakar's jab and threw a left hand right down the pipe. But again, he's not a big puncher, so we're going to see he's going to need to do that a lot and do it more often.
All three judges scored round 2 10-9 for Carr. That's the official word. So Carr, just to finish that thought, Carr left Emmanuel Stewart, now trained by the controversial Panama Lewis. Good look! Oh, goodness! What a left by Sanchez! And it decks Carr!
And that knockdown was legitimate. It was a nice combination. He caught him in, and what Carr did is he pulled straight back out again, and he got caught in the tail end of a good right hook left hand.
Now that was a legitimate knockdown. He skidded about 3 feet after he hit the thing. He was hit. He's not hurt, but he was hit hard.
He was at least taken by surprise.
Yeah, he doesn't look hurt. He looks mad at himself for getting caught, but that was legitimately getting caught.
Sanchez told us yesterday because of all the torment that Carr has put him through, Carr will pay. He said it will be a war. Well, perhaps it is festering here now in round 3. What a wake-up call that was.
Yeah, it's building up into the intensity we thought it would be.
The cat and mouse game is really being played by both fighters very well. They're measuring what they're doing wrong and what they're doing right, and they're trying to cut in on what the other guy's doing that is so effective, because both guys will be getting hit plenty.
So it's heating up.
Now keep it cool. Now listen to me, okay? Loosen up. You're trying to load up on every punch, all right? Get busy and start the boxing. You understand what I'm saying? Stop waiting to load up. Make things happen, all right? Okay, now you're trying to wait.
All right, let's take a look at that knockdown. Keep your eyes on the gloves of Pedro. That right hand, right there, that little connecting right hand. And down went Obakar legitimately.
You see, the knockdown here, too, is not quite as clean. He got him going backwards, a little off balance, hit him with a right hand. He started to bend, and the left hand, although clean, pushed him toward the floor.
Well, let's take a last little look at that. It's that right hand. But look at the way he does when he gets down. You see he's a little incoordinate there. He's not as coordinated as he'd like to be. It shocked him enough.
Get busy. Get busy with the camera.
Well, Bob, because I gave that first round 10-9, I didn't believe that knockdown, and it's now an even fight on my card, 28-28. We'll see what the judges have it.
Well, I kind of agree with you, Freddie. I think that's a fair way for us to do it because we know the game so well, but we'll see how the scores are put down by the judges.
Yep, it's just another opinion.
So here in round 4, we'll see how Obakar responds. I had just mentioned he was knocked down for the first time back in '91 against Livingstone Bramble, and he is put to the canvas here tonight by Pedro Sanchez.
Well, Sanchez took a little time heating up, but boy, is he heating up. He's trying to throw some real hard leather in there now.
I'll tell you what,
punishing the body, Bobby.
Sanchez just walked into a very crisp left hook. There you see it again. Carr's leading with a left hook and trying to rip that right uppercut up and bring Sanchez out of that crouch.
And no surprise, Bertie and Bobby, the scoring in round 3, 10-8 across the board for Sanchez.
Consistent judging, it's almost scary.
But you see, Sanchez will not abandon, in spite of the fact he's getting hammered by that right, and he won't abandon the crouch and punch into the body. His corner must have told him, keep working that body. It's paying off for you. Even though he's getting hammered doing it, he still keeps coming in.
I think maybe you're looking toward the later rounds, toward rounds 7, 8, 9, and 10. They don't want Carr to have the spring in his legs that he may need to pull this fight out.
Carr said he did train 15 rounds. Oh, what a solid right hand by Obakar.
And I'll tell you, that right hand, if that didn't put him down, you know the first one wasn't a knockdown. Here's a young fighter with a good chin.
Yeah, that was go down time. That was a thing of beauty, right where he wanted it with all the strength he had in him, and he turned it over, and he just didn't do him. Nice shot.
Yes.
Good right hand to the body by Obakar.
Booming body shot by Obakar.
Another good zip, ripping body shot. These are the things that build the points for you. He's strong punches. Another ripping uppercut to the body by Carr.
Both trading ferocious punches. Final minute of round 4.
Carr's taking the momentum back. It's in his favor. He's dominating this round. He's doing what he wants to. Clean punches on the way in is what Sanchez is meeting. All clean shots.
And he has matched him to the body. His shots to the body have been fierce, ripping punches. No question about it. Momentum has swung. There's another ripping shot to the body.
You know, we noticed over the first 3 rounds that Carr didn't go to the body at all, and Sanchez went there a lot. Sometimes, if those punches were to bother Carr, he would, turn around and invert that and do the same thing.
Oh, that's a low blow. A low blow by Sanchez. Right on the button by Sanchez again. Oh, another low blow.
Oh, and then a sweeping left and a combination followed by Carr.
2 big left hooks and a combination follow-up. This kid Sanchez got a much better chin than I thought he had.
Oh, a hard right and a left by Carr. But it's an undaunted Pedro Sanchez. He is tough.
And that is that he's being outsped. Now watch, he is punched. Now he stays there. He doesn't go side to side. Watch the ripping shot. Whoa, right to the body. Another ripping shot up above. He's being outsped. That's 4 straight punches where Sanchez was outsped.
Finish with your hook. Let's go, baby.
Round 5 scheduled for 10. A most entertaining fight here. A battle of undefeated welterweights. Pedro Sanchez in the white and Carr in the black with the white. Pedro Sanchez 25-0-2 with 17 knockouts. Rated number 5 by the IBF. Carr 27-0 and 17 knockouts. Rated number 13 by the BC.
Big right hand just now by Sanchez, and I'm telling you, I saw Carr's eyes and his legs buckled just a pinch. That punch hurt him more than the one that knocked him down.
See the feet getting tangled? And also Carr head went back with that one. His eyes went back, his head went back, and you could see the damage in that punch. That was a good punch. He could turn around this round around.
You could see with that punch, at least momentarily, Carr was not physically 100%. And right now it looks like the effects have worn off quickly. So he's a resilient fighter and a skilled fighter as well. Let's see if the seesaw battle continues.
In the official balloting in round 4, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, all for Carr. Less than 2 minutes remaining in round number 5.
So cumulatively, Carr should be ahead 38-37.
Or 38-36 if you took that point away.
Yeah, if you took the point away.
Yeah, Mark Kahn has it 38-37 Carr, and the other 2, Rick Bays, Al Walensky, 38-36 Carr.
Yeah, depending on that first round.
This is the body living up to its billing.
You know, Bobby, those are short and hard punches to Carr's body. I mean, it goes right down the pipe. And Carr tries to make you pay the ticket for being there. Now, he didn't do it that time.
And you see, Sanchez knows he's got a good chin because he has to risk getting hit with that type of lead. It's a dangerous thing to do to lead to a fighter's body, especially one that throws punches as sharply as Carr.
The thing that impressed me is both guys, Bobby, are throwing such sharp punches. You know, very seldom you see 2 guys throwing with so much energy and so sharp a punch. Both guys are going at it. This is a tough fight.
As we say, this is a man's man game, and these are 2 men's men.
Oh, yeah.
And this is only the start of things to come with the IBF Welterweight Championship up next. Felix Trinidad, Anthony Stevens will go at it. Upstairs and down by Carr. Carr working behind the jabs.
Now this will be interesting to see the scoring after this round because Sanchez came out strong, working shots to the body, good right hook to the head, clean punches landed, and now again Carr's backing him up, moving him back, and he's doing the scoring. So this will be an interesting round to see how the judges score.
Oh, but you see, round's not over. That was the beginning of the round to Sanchez and the middle to Carr, and now it's still up in the air.
And now the end's even.
Thunderous right hand by Carr that snapped Sanchez's head back, but Sanchez comes right back. Big finish.
Get in on the round. You got to use your jab when you're relaxing at the end of the first of the round, okay? Don't just stand there. Move your head, okay? Move your head, baby. Keep that jab on to move your head. Keep that right hand to his body. He can't take that, okay? Every time his mouth is wide open.
All right, let's watch when Sanchez takes the beginning of this round, and he takes on sharp punching and his consistency to stay with that body attack. There it is, and not only does he throw that shot, it follows. Now later.
Well, later you see Carr again. He's turning the fight around again. The right hand counter. The right hand counter's been there for him all night, and he's going to continue to use it if he's going to win this fight.
Just that was one of those rounds where you see these guys give it even. I hope they don't give it even because I gave it to Carr, but it was really a close thing till the very end of that.
I scored that round even. I think that was one of the more even rounds. There might have been a slight edge to Carr, but I'll tell you what, the give and take there early was Sanchez, middle, Carr late. They were both flailing.
And here we enter round number 6, and there's some loose tape. Carr. They'll tend to it over in the corner.
Well, Bobby, I would say I made a promise to myself. You and I are going to have to talk this out. We're going to have to get to the point. We don't want any more draws. We're not going to have any more even rounds. Let's decide who wins the fight. After this fight, let's you and I say no more even rounds. Let's see how we go.
Even if there's no even rounds, 5-5 still a draw. We can't win.
Well, we got new plans. We'll talk about that later in the show.
Big experiment, yes, in the main event. They'll go to a 13th round tiebreaker if a draw after 12.
Ooh. Out he comes, jabbing all of a sudden. There's the right jab we haven't seen before. A little bit harder this time on the part of Sanchez, and that trademark right hand to the body. There's another one to the body.
He is intent on driving that left cross straight through Carr's belly. He is just very, very intent on it. But what he has to do, I think, are more combinations. If he shoves it in there, he's got to come up. Immediately come up and over the top, and he'll be effective.
And Bobby, the best word you used there was driving. That was a driving punch.
Let's look at the official scorecard.
Well, let's see. Mark Kahn had a 10-9 Sanchez in the 5th round. 10-9 Carr, according to Rick Bays, and Al Walensky had a 10-9 Sanchez.
No. Like I said, it was an even round.
So the composite, Mark Kahn has it even at 47, 48-45 Bays, 47-46 Walensky for Carr.
So what you're trying to tell me is we have another draw brewing.
Don't even think it.
Sanchez doing much better again.
Now he's trying to get that straight left hand up top. Again, he's taking a lot of punishment on the way in, and that's costing him early in rounds and late in rounds as far as the points go. So he's got to pay attention to that. I know he's got an ulterior motive of maybe wearing Carr down, but right now he's getting some wear put on him.
Good countering by Carr.
You know, but Carr is getting hammered before he fires off his punches, which he didn't do at the beginning of this fight. He was getting them off and not getting hit. Now he's getting hit and getting off the punches. In other words, they're exchanging punches here, folks.
He's still getting a few more off, I think, Carr, and he's landing a few more. So that's going to really factor in the scoring as we come down the wire.
And after seeing that fight 2 years ago against Livingstone Bramble, you get the idea he can handle the abuse.
Well, there's certainly no backing down by either man. Both guys are coming forth with everything they got. Their punches are still very sharp. But no one has imposed his game plan on the other guy yet.
Those kidney punches, man.
Watch the kidney punches, says referee Bill Connor, 28 years a ref.
He's being kind. He pushed his head down with his forearm. That's a no-no, too.
That was a glancing blow by Carr. It has been non-stop since the start.
Settling down into a little bit of a pattern now, and Sanchez just has to get more aggressive with the combinations.
And that'll do it for round number 6. Heavy round seems to end dramatically.
Those are those punches at the very end when the round is really, really even, can cost you the round.
We'll get the official 6th-round scoring in a moment. Incidentally, I mentioned Panama Lewis a few minutes ago. He is not allowed in the corner of Carr, banned in several states for that 1983 scandal, removing the padding from the gloves of Luis Resto. He served prison time. Some feel he has paid his debt to society. Others feel he has not. Carr said he realizes Panama's got a sordid past, but he's a great trainer. He's served his time.
Right now, Carr's combinations, the lead combinations, the counter combinations, much too sharp so far for Sanchez. Sanchez getting away from his game plan, working to the body and coming up. His counters not effective.
All right, you want to hear some diversity? In the 6th round, 10-9 Sanchez, 10-9 Carr, even. 10-10.
The human element of objectivity.
There's a draw brewing in the draw.
So Mark Kahn, composite, has it 57-56 for Sanchez. Rick Bays, 58-54 Carr. And Al Walensky, 57-56 for Carr.
I have 57-56 for Carr, so...
I have it 58-56 for Carr right now.
And I'm staying out of this one.
Look at the action as it heats up with Carr is throwing everything he's got. Oh, but I've never seen him this strong in a fight before.
I was talking to his corner people earlier, and they said he has his mental problems behind him. That was as big a factor as anything else. He's trained longer, he's focused, and this is going to be the best we've seen of Obakar. And right now, he's making a believer out of me.
Low blow warning there for Sanchez.
That formula never fails. Sanchez driving into the body and a hook coming just at the time that he comes in from Obakar, and it's just give and take. Who is going to land the harder of those two punches? Oh,
what a right hand by Carr!
And Sanchez, to his credit, came back with a right hand. Neither of them changed the expression on their face.
Sanchez unflappable in Carr's face.
Wow, but that's a point builder. That's a point builder. He has been getting shots like a slingshot. He just puts them in there, and water flies from the head of Sanchez.
Each has a knockdown. One was questionable when Sanchez went down early. The more impressive was Carr going down.
Great shot again from Obakar. Those hooks, Bobby, what keeps this guy bouncing up and down? He should be getting leg weary.
Well, I'll tell you what, he is taking some punishment, and he just doesn't pay attention to it.
Final seconds, round 7.
Well, we were going to find out what Johnny De La Rosa and those at it in a replay, and you can watch Obakar's right hand. Oh, right on the money. And that went on all of that round. One more look.
Well, Sanchez keeps coming forward doing the same thing, and Carr's timing him. He's quick, he's smart, and his corner's telling him the right thing to do, and that right hand is there for him every time.
Again, the right word, timing. He's timing him just right. He's just knows when his head will be where that hook will find it.
Sanchez sticking his tongue out at Carr as the 7th round concluded. We begin round 8 of this 10-round welterweight bout. 2 undefeateds. Pedro Sanchez out of the Dominican Republic in the all-white trunks at 25-0-2 with 17 knockouts. Obakar in the black and white trunks out of Detroit, Michigan, 27-0 with 17 knockouts. And as an experiment here, we're informing you, the viewers at home, of the official scoring round by round. And in round number 7, Mark Kahn had a 10-9 Carr, Rick Bays 10-9 Carr, and Al Walensky 10-9 Carr.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That was a...
Carr's taking command of the fight. There's no question about it. He's the sharper combinations, the quicker, harder punches, and the more consistent. He's there, and Sanchez just is not.
I guess you can say Carr was in the driver's seat. Less than 2 minutes to go in the 8th.
I can't believe that this kid can take these continuous hooks, this rain of hooks that land right where they're supposed to land with all that strength that Obakar has. There's another one. There's another one.
Good left hand by Sanchez, but Carr then came back with a snapping right.
Something you'll notice here, Sanchez came in, landed a couple of straight left hands. Carr countered, then stepped around, ducked the punch, and countered again. That is the mark of a truly good fighter.
Yes, indeed. When he said he's copied Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, well, he really did. And the master of them all, Muhammad Ali, but he is moving right now like Robinson and the other two Sugar Rays moved. Smart moves, struck, punching, and then mobility, getting out of the way.
So Obakar getting back to the fundamentals, getting back to the basics, working behind the jab, throwing combinations, not loading up as much as he had the last couple of years after the great, furious start to his career.
You know, a lot of this is the foundation that you learn when you work in a Kronk gym with Emmanuel Stewart and all those champions. When you start there, you learn boxing fundamentals, and that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a guy who's got a degree from the Kronk gym.
Magna cum laude. Oh, a right uppercut, but it missed by Carr.
There's no quitting, Sanchez, but I'll tell you what, just not doing what he has.
He could get around him.
Just hold him and hit him no more, okay?
He he could have gotten a point taken away, and that would have been costly. That was not necessary. This is the first time that they've even been close to a clinch between the two in the entire fight.
Sanchez just isn't being effective. He's got to do something to change up a little bit. Maybe a few more punches. I'm not sure exactly what, but Carr has him timed at every corner.
It's slipping away from him, Bobby. It's slipping away from him.
Final seconds of round 8 as we end in frantic fashion. Check out the dressing room as Anthony Stevens, the challenger for the IBF welterweight title, makes final preparations. He'll be going momentarily against Felix Trinidad, 19-5-2 with 10 knockouts. His first world title shot out of Bogalusa.
I mean, it was like a nuisance thing.
That looked like Nolan Ryan and Robin Ventura.
And emotional.
Round 9. Over Carr in the white and black, and Pedro Sanchez in the all white. Carr having no difficulty with the southpaw style. There's a hard left by Carr that connected. Wicked left hand.
Because Carr is throwing punches and bunches, and as we all know, it's 2 and 3 punch combinations that land, and that's what he's doing. He's throwing them with beauty.
Yeah, he's very rarely throwing one at a time, and is being effective. It's making a huge part of the difference, besides the fact that he's so accurate.
In the 8th round, the official scoring, all 3 judges, Kahn, Bays, and Walensky, had it 10-9 for Carr. So through 8, Kahn has it 76-75 Carr, Bays 78-72 for Carr, and Walensky 77-74 over Carr.
I have 77-74. I agree with the judge, Al Walensky.
I'm pretty much in order with that. That scoring's pretty fair.
Combination, great work here to the body and head by Carr. Now left hand by Sanchez. That momentarily startled Carr.
It didn't look like that much, but it seems to be affecting Carr quite a bit.
And the crowd urging on Sanchez. But Carr battles back. Plenty of time to go in this round. Oh, what a big way in. What a shot by Sanchez. Sanchez coming back.
And Carr's in some trouble. Got some blood coming from his nose, and he looks surprised.
A game, Pedro Sanchez.
I'll tell you what, the first straight left hand that Sanchez threw didn't look that hard, but the results were dramatic, and it's followed through and carried out for another 30 or 40 seconds. Carr seems to be okay now, but who knows, that may have won him the round.
What a dramatic turnaround.
His legs are doing games. His legs are going out from under him. Let me tell you, Carr's still hurt. He's still not that swift strike of lightning that he was before.
He is groggy. Wow. Fighting back is Carr, and then back comes Sanchez.
I've never seen Carr throw so much on each and every punch, but this Sanchez has just got some good chin.
He must also have some kind of a punch, Bobby, because those punches didn't look like that much, and it bothered Obed an awful lot, as we have seen and you comment on.
You wonder if he could have just been holding his neck a little too relaxed and let it snap, or that maybe fatigue has set in on him a little bit.
Blood coming from the right eye of Sanchez as the round ends. And again, dirty looks from one another.
And let that guy back in that round. Come on, you gave the round was close. We got to win this last round big. Yes, we need this goddamn round. 10 rounds comes this last round. This is it. You let him back in that round, Hogan. You have it. Let's go. You got to go to work. Come on. You got to win this round. We need this round, Chef. You got to win this round big, Hogan. Chef, you want to be okay? Come on. Don't get that guy. You gave the guy 2 minutes.
Let's take a look at what got Carr in trouble. That didn't look like much. See that hand right there? Didn't look like much, but look how wobbled he is after that, Carr. And there he gets wobbled again. Another good left hand. And Sanchez, good fighter that he is, tried to take advantage of it. Let's look at it.
Over the years, we've talked about a cumulative effect, and that's what may be happening. That left hand was getting home, as Carr's right hand was doing, but the results just seemed so much more dramatic than the punch. The punch didn't seem hard, but very effective.
There's the bell, the sound, the beginning of round 10, 10th and final round. Battle of undefeated welterweights. It has been a scorcher.
interesting to see what the judges have it. In just a moment, we'll bring that to you.
He'll need at least a knockdown to bring it close or hope for a draw.
You heard Carr being exhorted by his people in his corner. You gotta win this last round. A lot of urgency in that corner.
Now I would really wonder if they have been keeping track and maybe following the monitor. Do they know what the score is? Or are they just imploring their fighter to go out there and win the round to keep him right in his mind?
Bobby, that's one of my arguments. Oh, look at this action by Carr. One of my arguments is you don't want this guy to change anything. Go out there and fight fiercely. All right, let's listen to the card.
10-9 Sanchez across the board in round number 9. So one judge has it even, 87-82. Carr by another judge, 86-84. Carr by a third judge.
I've got Carr 86-84 in agreement with Walensky again.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Carr's come out this 10th round to win this fight. He's fighting as if this was a tie-breaking round.
I agree with you. He listened to that corner. There goes that little sneaky hand again. That left hand that got him in trouble, that got Carr in trouble, has landed again.
Well, I'll tell you, I'd be willing to bet that these fighters, after this is over, don't like each other anymore, but certainly have to respect one another a considerable amount more.
I agree with that, and I'll tell you what, they can easily do this again, and the public would love it.
Maybe this will carry out into the streets like Pedro Sanchez said he'd like.
I'd pay to watch that.
Well, off of this, both of them could be considered champions. Oh, there goes Carr fading back again off of just a little punch. Didn't look like that much.
I think there was a little bit of his leg getting caught, but his legs don't seem as sure under him as they have been all night.
He stumbled 2 or 3 times, meaning his legs aren't there anymore. But boy, is he fighting from his hips up. They're there. I mean, Carr is fighting to win this round.
I'll tell you what, he's winning the fight, but I've gained an awful lot of respect for Sanchez as well. I knew Carr was the goods and could do what he had to do when he's right. Sanchez has shown me a lot tonight.
And both certainly showing that they deserve world title shots after this performance. Less than 20 seconds in the 10th and final round. Another solid right hand by Carr landing.
I have great respect for the jaw of Pedro Sanchez. Oh, look at that hammering shot, and he's still there.
Sanchez looking for the dramatic knockdown or knockout here.
I'll tell you what, there's no quitting either one of these boys. Actually, I should say men. They are men.
Appreciative crowd here because of all of the other events going on at this time. The World Series, Miami versus Syracuse, not far away, so a sparsely populated Fort Lauderdale Convention Center, but they saw a quality affair here between this man, Pedro Sanchez, and Carr. So we are awaiting the tabulations of the 10th and final round. Furious action in that last round, and that really told the story for most of the fight.
And based on the way we've followed the actual scoring, this could turn out to be a split decision and cause a small riot.
Can you imagine?
Showtime!
Well, we know at least
Showtime!
we are headed for a decision or a stoppage in the main event. We won't get a draw because of the 13th round tiebreaker experiment for the IBF Welterweight Championship. Well, we'll keep you in suspense, even though we've got the tabulations. We'll keep you in suspense a couple of more seconds here. We'll let Jimmy Lennon Jr. give you the official word. Who is it? Carr, Pedro Sanchez. Jimmy Lennon Jr. is set. Let's go to our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we have a majority decision, and here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Mark Kahn, scores about 95-95, even a draw. Overruled by judges at ringside, Al Walensky, scores about 96-93. Rick Bays scores the bout 97-91 in favor of the winner, Oba, the Motor City Carr.
So it's Oba Carr by majority decision. Al Walensky had a 96-93 Carr. Rick Bays, 97-91 Oba Carr. And Marcon had it all even at 95-95.
Immediately following the 10th round, the two fighters, if you were to look at them, Sanchez was so much more excited, yelling Showtime, 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 and he thought this fight was in the bag. I thought he lost the fight, not by a huge margin, by a couple of rounds, but I thought it was a great fight.
Tremendous action from the opening bell. Pedro Sanchez won a lot of fans here in Florida. But Oba Carr, I think, returning to the basics, which is what got him to the pinnacle in the early part of his career.
I agree.
Let's go up to the fight dock right now, Bobby, and see what's going on up there.
Did he get you in trouble in that one round when it would look like you were collapsing after that, a couple of shots to the head?
Well, Freddie, when usually somebody gets you hurt, he like pressed the issue. What I was trying to do as he coming in, I was trying to catch him with a punch, you know.
When you went down and you bounced off that seemed like a high punch off your head, but you did legitimately went down when it didn't look like he did in the first round.
I don't know, but when I went down, I wasn't hurt. When I stumbled, I tripped over my feet, but I really wasn't hurt.
Have you ever had anybody take the amount of punishment this guy did because your shots were so clean, so pure, and yet this guy kept coming back?
Yeah, I was in great shape. I like to thank, Don King, Showtime. I'd like to thank my trainers, Panama Lewis, the great Panama Lewis, one of the greatest trainers in the world. I'd like to thank Stacy McKinley for giving me my technique, and I'd like to thank, for sure, Don King. And I'd like to say hi to my father. I love you and all the guys at Detroit Pal. I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay strong. And all my friends and family back home, my little daughter, my two little daughters, Gianni and Deja. I love y'all. Daddy, baby, daddy. Daddy coming home.
All right, a happy and triumphant Oba Carr. And now let's go to a little depressed and different individual, Sanchez. Johnny, did you think he won that fight?
Oh, definitely. This kid put a good show, and I thought he won. First knockdown they cut on him, he never dropped it.
No, but the judges did one of the no te vayas, quédate aquí. One of the judges did not give that as a knockdown. Así eso no contó porque
I know. But still, I believe he won the fight. He was the man. He outboxing him. And he put it at,
¿Este te lastimó en algún momento?
Me lastimó, sí, me lastimó en algún momento, pero él falló muchos golpes. Él falló muchos golpes.
I asked him if he was hurt any time. Yes, he was hurt several times, but he missed an awful lot, and he felt like he outboxed him. Y ese ponche aquí que tú le estabas dando tan duro, eso era continuo.
Sí, continuo. Pues yo sabía que yo tenía que trabajarlo así. Lo que pasa es que yo soy un 140 libras natural y subí de peso a 147 libras. Yo quiero que me dé una oportunidad más, que Dan King me dé la oportunidad de yo pelear con este.
All right, Don is standing. Wait a minute. Don is right here. I asked him, wait a minute, a moment. I asked him if he was going to the body continuously because he thought he was slowing him down. He said, yes, that was his plan, to keep going to the body no matter what. He thought that he usually fights at 140. Fighting at 147 was different. Want to know if Don would give another opportunity to bring this back again. And Don is standing right here, so I'm going to ask you, Don King.
Most certainly. I think it was a great fight. I think these two guys can do it again anytime. I think this was one of the most tremendous fights, and that's why I say that Showtime Championship Boxing is putting on the best shows. And now is indicative when you see two individuals fight like these two guys fight tonight.
Now, Don, you're the master of the title fights. Don't you think off this fight, either one of these guys could fight for a title?
Absolutely, and one of them will fight for the title. It's going to be nothing but uphill for both of these guys. I think he fought a great fight, Sanchez, and I think that Oba Carr fought a tremendous fight. So you got two winners here tonight. Although Oba Carr won the decision tonight, I think that Sanchez put on a good show.
So, for both of you, congratulations, an excellent fight for both of you. Back to Steve Albert at ringside.
Thanks, Ferdy. Oba Carr remaining undefeated at 28-0, and Pedro Sanchez, his first defeat, 25-1-2. Oba Carr, even though just 21, seems like he's been around a long time, perhaps in part to early overexposure, but if he paces himself and remains focused, he could get that title shot before long. Coming up here at the Convention Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, our main event, the IBF Welterweight Championship. It'll be undefeated. Felix Trinidad making his second title defense against highly regarded Anthony Stevens. That's our featured event upcoming here on Showtime Championship Boxing. Right now, though, we're set for some more post-fight reaction. Let's go back up to the ring and the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco.
Okay, Julio, I'm going to ask you, the country feels that Whitaker won the fight. Now it's been a few months. You've looked at the tape. What do you think?
Bueno, yo creo que yo gané la pelea porque yo estuve forzando la pelea constantemente.
Constantly forcing the fight.
Él cometió muchos cosas, anomalías.
He really handled tremendous anomalies. What he did was that he kept hitting very low and being very dirty.
Todos los mexicanos saben que yo gané la pelea y me han estado alentando.
He says the Mexicans know he won the fight and they've been supporting him.
¿Tú crees que, you think you should fight again?
Que debe de pelearlo otra vez.
Voy a pelear con él solamente si los Dubas no están ahí.
He will only fight Whitaker if the Dubas are no longer in the picture.
The Dubas mean the promoters of
the Whitaker.
Yeah. Si los Dubas están ahí, nunca voy a volver a pelear con Whitaker.
He says that if the Dubas are a part of Whitaker still, he'll never fight Whitaker.
Porque yo no ocupo a Whitaker, él me ocupa a mí.
He says he doesn't need Whitaker, Whitaker needs him.
All right. Y ahora, now you're fighting a lot. You're going to fight next week, you're going to fight in December, you're going to fight in January.
Yes, Dan me tiene programado muchas peleas.
This man is working you to death. This man...
Yeah, Dan is number one. The promise.
All right. Before you leave, let me ask you, what did you think of this wonderful fight we just had?
¿Qué es lo que pensaste de esta pelea?
De esta.
Bueno, yo sí. Bueno, fue una gran pelea, la verdad. Pienso que no merecía perder ninguno de los dos, pero yo creo que Pedro le faltó un poquito más de decisión.
He thought it was an excellent fight, really a great fight, but Pedro needed a little bit more, and neither of them actually showed.
Yo creo que ganó bien Obacal.
We look forward to seeing you in December and in January. Vaya con Dios. And we come to the... Oh, I'm sorry, we're on this side. We come to Don King, who has guests from the MGM, and we're going to talk a little bit about the MGM here, and you are going to reveal the MGM.
Yes, it is. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to let Tony Alamo say it, but he's going to present Julio Cesar Chavez with a jacket, and he's going to tell the world about what we're going to do at the MGM Grand. The lion will roar, and it's going to roar with a great, great roar when we come into next year. So you tell him, Tony.
All right, Tony Alamo.
Julio, a nombre del MGM, el nuevo $1,000 millones Hotel Casino en Las Vegas, te presento esta chamarra como prueba de nuestra amistad y en conmemoración del anunciamiento que vamos a hacer esta noche. On behalf of the MGM Grand, the new $1 billion hotel and casino in Las Vegas, I present you with this jacket in recognition for our friendship and in celebration of the announcement that we are about to make tonight.
All right. Mr. Finbrook, you have anything to add to that?
Bet, Freddie, we're real pleased to be here tonight to announce a real special announcement. We've just finalized our deal with Don King and Julio Cesar Chavez to do the first 3 fights, major fights. He's going to do a 3-fight deal with us at the MGM Grand in our new Grand Garden.
This will be, in effect, the very first big fight that you have at the MGM.
It will be our very first premier fight at the Grand Garden, and we're looking forward to many more in the future, of course. And we thought, what grander way to start off and open up our project than with the promoter that broke the indoor and outdoor all-time attendance records in boxing, and with one of the greatest of all time, the legendary world champion Julio Cesar Chavez.
And it certainly doesn't hurt that it is the night before the Super Bowl. Good timing.
You bet.
Tony, any more?
We are very proud, Cesar, I'm very proud to have you at the MGM and to have you open the sports arena with 15,000 seats, the most beautiful sports arena in the world.
All right. I'm told that we have to start now to clear the deck for more action of the kind we just saw. So back to Steve Albert, and congratulations, champ.
Thank you very much. See you later en el MGM.